Start up!
Hey guys, George here, back again with another train video. Today, we are here. We got a special. Wait, hold on. How does Jeff say it?
We've got a show for you today.
But let's start with the song.
George is gonna sing.
No.
No, you're not gonna sing.
No.
Come on, Jeff.
Especially not with the conductor hat on.
Sing with the conductor hat, George.
No.
Well, hey everybody, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Nice Tuesday night here.
Oh yeah.
Hanging out, talking trains. Got some neat stuff going on tonight, huh?
Yeah, we do. We got some pretty neat stuff going on tonight. We're going to go over to Sam's train. Or we're going to be interviewing Sam's Trains today.
Sam's O'Gage Trains,
That's
right?
Yes,
Right?
yeah.
Yep.
Sam's O'Gage Trains.
Cool.
And
What a neat guy. What a neat layout.
Oh,
Can't
yeah.
wait to go over there.
Yeah, it's really cool. Really cool. It's
What are we running out of here on our layout tonight? Looks like we got some new stuff over here, George.
We got the Polar Express and the Burlington SD70 pulling the UP passenger trains, or the UP passenger train.
And what's behind the Burlington there?
George Bush 4141.
Very cool, very cool. Well, so for those of you guys that don't, there we go. For those of you guys that don't know Sam's O'Gage Trains, he's a next gen YouTuber slash trainiac, train enthusiast. Really, really cool layout. He's got it in his room. He'll be able to share it with you. For those of you that are interested in seeing more of what he has in his trains and everything like that, he has a really cool YouTube channel. And the link is below, so make sure you hit that. Check out his channel, and go over there when we're done. When we're done talking to him, or when we're talking to him. Some really, really neat stuff. I'm telling you what, he's a whiz at editing videos, and he's also got kind of a neat zeal for the hobby. I like that, and it's what makes me feel good about the next generation of the hobby.
Yes, definitely, yes. Notice that we switched today.
What's that?
You normally don't have a hat.
Holy cow, look at that. I got my hat on.
Yeah, although my hair's kind of crazy. You can't get... But, yeah.
You do have some crazy hair. You got some crazy sideburns. I might have to say. You should pork chop those out, dude. Get some nice 70s chops going.
Does that work?
I don't know. But hey, I got some other great news, George.
Yeah, what's up?
Well, we got a package in the mail the other day.
We did.
We did. Our good friend, Ours Trains.
Ours Trains.
Yep, he was one of the very first guys we had on our stream. And he, hold on a second. Oh, my email came up. Thought that we had gotten kicked off gotten booted off of there. But anyway, no, he sent us out something.
Dang.
Special package. Special package here from Ours Trains, and he said that we got to make sure that we open it here on the show.
Solid.
Yeah, wow. Right.
Let's see what it is, man. It looks pretty.
Hold on, let me go get a box cutter here.
I think I'll be able to open it.
Oh, look at that. I think George has opened up a lot of boxes before.
Yeah, professional boxes.
So this should be good. This should be good. Special delivery from our man Ours Trains. I know he's on here. Are you on the stream here?
He's on.
All right, man. George 2 months ago looks so different from today's George. Also, yes, Brian, that's me. Always Trains.
Always Trains.
All right, right on.
Yes.
So look at this.
Already. Okay.
Ooh, some special.
Instructions. Please read the letter first before unwrapping. Unwrap the first 2 items that are labeled George and Wally. Then unwrap the large package last. Enjoy.
Ooh,
Here we go.
ooh.
We got a letter. Dang.
This is exciting.
Yes, it is.
This is exciting. For those of you who don't know Ours Trains, and I'm sure that most people do here, he's a regular here on our live streams, and he's got a great YouTube channel, Ours Trains.
Regular
Check it
on
out.
the Discord, too.
Regular on the Discord, right? For those of you that don't know the Discord, we got the Discord link below. Check it out.
So, dear Wally and George, I would like to thank you both for having me on your live stream back in late April of this year. You guys have helped boost my YouTube channel and my esteem a lot. Before this stream, all I had was a small audience of about 250 people, and with your support and kindness, you have helped get me to 500 subscribers and beyond. So I really thank you so much. I didn't feel like doing videos, but once I saw how much you guys and everyone else is enjoying my content, I felt that I really had people out there who cared for what I do. I really had such a fun time on the stream and enjoyed our very long 1.5-hour conversation that went through many different topics. So as a thank you gift for having on this stream, I decided to do something special. I hope you guys will enjoy this.
Ooh. Good stuff from Ours Trains.
Alright, so...
Gotta get the one with our names on it first.
Oh boy. Okay, alright, ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh! Oh, check
nice.
this out!
Nice.
Dang, got some...
Dun. Now we don't have to wear the knockoff stuff, George.
Yeah, no, we don't have to wear the knockoff stuff, that's right.
Yes.
Well, coolio.
That's great stuff. Thank you, Corey. That's awesome, man.
Hey, yeah, thanks.
Wear that to work tomorrow, George.
Dang.
Yeah. Not bad. So let's see here. Got a couple other ones. The big one comes last. All right, this is the big one.
Oh boy. Alrighty. Ready?
Holy cow, what do we got here? Whoa! Check it out!
Dang, it's got even the Texas special.
Yes! Oh, how cool is that?
Dang.
Oh, I love it. Fast Friday, dude.
Oh, dude.
I love it.
This is cool, man.
Yes!
Oh.
Corey, man, you're the bomb, dude. Fast Friday.
Here, I'll show you guys the back upside down.
Check it out.
But that is so cool. Thank you, Corey.
That is so. You notice which one's on there? My racer, dude. My racing trade.
Dang.
Well, Corey, man, thank you so much. That is so nice of you to do.
Hold on, wait. Is it done there?
George, getting a.
I had a friend over the other day, and they asked why there was rockets on here. And I told them it came out. I told them it came out of the factory like this, and they believed me.
Nice. Got some factory. Well, that's great, man.
Factory rockets.
Look at that. Fast Friday, baby. Fast Friday. So we're gonna have to do some special Fast Friday racing, won't we, George?
Yeah. All right, hold on. Let me put that back. I'll be back.
Well, cool, man. This makes me really excited. We've got so many cool young guns in the hobby. The next gen Trainiacs, as I like to call them, next generation of hobbyists. Corey from Ours Trains is one of them. We have a lot of other good ones, guys. And us, our generation and the generation before me, we've got to make sure that we do our best to support these guys, these young guys that are coming into the hobby. They really love trains, and let me tell you, they really do. So go to their YouTube channels. Let's do what we can to help further the hobby. So as George is moving around, I think George is going to be putting on a new shirt over here off camera. That he's doing some stuff that might be breaking some YouTube rules here. But what I'll do is I'll start checking some people in. We got some cool people here, and I'm excited. I want to get over there and see Sam's trains. Ooh, looking good, dude. Looking good. Nice stuff.
All right, now I gotta find a way to get back in the chair.
It says, if I ever get big, you guys bet I'll have a bunch of cool stuff. Hey, though, I'm super happy you guys like the shirts. That's straight from Ours Trains, George. And we do love the shirts. Those are really cool, man. You made my week, my month, my year on those.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, I was trying to figure out a cool logo or cool shirt or something like that for us. I was even looking on some t-shirt sites the other day, so swooped in and got that for me.
Dang. Gonna have to wear this around.
Yeah. How about it? How about it? How about it? Well, hey, Corey, thank you so much. We appreciate that. We appreciate that. So, George, you got the old whistle there? I got so excited to check some people in today. Now, of course, we got Ours Trains here. And my man, Stephen Gopher, in the house. We got all of the big guys here. Good stuff to see. Trains and Things here says, hey, guys, here for Taco Tuesday and Margaritas. Might see you later. Or I got to get going for Taco Tuesday and Margaritas. Can't compete. I tell you, we can't compete with Taco Tuesday and Margaritas.
We had tacos today.
Right. But Train Tuesday. If you can't do Taco Tuesday, you got to do Train Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
Train Tuesday. All right. So Trains and Things here said hello, checked on out. Pierre Marquette Productions says good evening, fellow rail fans. Good to see you. Trainstorm, Pierre Marquette Production. D. Klinger's in the house saying, hey guys, good to see you, D. Let's see, we got Sean's Trains in the house saying hello. People are checking in, talking about how cool a guy Sam is, and that's good stuff. Wait till you guys meet Sam. He's such a cool guy. He's a cool fellow with lots of neat trains and good, cool story to tell. Tim's Trains in the house saying, hey guys. Trainstorm, Pierre Marquette Productions. Oh, yeah, okay, we got him, sorry, but we're not stingy, are we? Sam, I don't know if you're monitoring this, but we got some requests as to what to run. Let's see, we got Sam's O-Gauge Trains in the house. Good stuff. Grandpa George Ruddick's here, says, hey guys, good evening. Old school George, huh? Yeah, hey, come on in, Mama.
You can open it, Mom.
Check these out.
That is so cool.
Come on in.
I just wanted to personally say thank you for that very generous gift. Those are so cool.
Aren't they?
Yeah.
Fast Friday.
Cool.
Yeah, now we're gonna do a fast.
Oh, heck yeah, we do, man. We gotta make sure we do it at least once a month, right?
Yeah.
Once a month.
Yeah.
Fast Friday.
That is so cool. Very, very generous of you. Thank you.
Uh-oh.
All right.
Shut them down.
So, thank you. That's so cool, you guys.
All right.
The bad thing about these chairs is they're big, so it's hard to get around.
Why don't you grab that, or you like the chair?
I like the chair.
He likes the chair.
The stool, actually, the chair, let's see there. Alright, I gotta go under.
All right, he's got to go under. I'll check everybody in while he's going under. We'll get you some whistles later. How's that sound? What's better than watching a steam train and running some steam trains? Sean's Train, I would definitely agree. Definitely agreeing, that's for sure. All right. Well, we'll start her up. Yeah. We got Adrian Garcia in the house. Liking George's big hair? Of course. Everybody's commenting on your hair, George.
Andrew calls me Marge when I talk to him because my hair in the morning goes like.
Yup, Mommy Lulu's here. Tita, good to see you. Good to see you. So yeah, everyone's thinking you're ready to mosh pit with your hair, George. Hey, look who's here. George Bilko's in the house. Good to see you, Bill. Very cool. Very cool. Good to see you. Wait till you get a chance to meet Sam. He's a good guy. RDD Dash is in the house. Got Mama Yaya, Gloria Placencia in the house. Hola, how you doing? How you doing? Nicholas Schnee's here. You know what Nicholas Schnee says?
What?
Hoodoo. Oh gosh. So let's see here. Live unboxing, right? Everybody's looking at that live unboxing. Nicholas Schnee wants to know, is that a Polar Express?
Yeah, it is.
And Bill says, hey, Tim was watched your visit to GFW Trains. Wow, 2 FEFs running on one layout. That
We
was
were
pretty
racing
cool. Huh?
them at one point.
Right.
It was it's kind of a battle. It wasn't really like, I don't know. I didn't realize I was racing Tim till Tim goes, yeah, nice race. Like after, and I go, what? And he goes, yeah, we were racing the FEFs, and you were. It was funny too, cause I go, that's coming off.
All right. Well, I'm gonna keep rolling along here. We got Conrail Modeler 67890 here saying, hey guys. James Trains checking in saying if it's rolling stock or an engine, I'll probably make it into GF&W. Good stuff. Good stuff. Tim's Train says, yeah, that was a fun visit. Bill, Prairie State was fun too. Everyone's thinking you're aging by the day, George.
Oh yeah.
Yep. So good to see you, Conrail Modeler. Thanks for coming by. Conrail Modeler says, is that a Monon E8 in the background?
That's a Monon F unit.
Yeah, F7 there. So Brandon Productions is here. Brandon, thanks for coming by. Thanks for hanging out. Grab something to drink. And, yeah, kick back, relax. Everyone's liking on those shirts, that's for sure. James Train says, nice shirt. Where can I buy it? We're going to have to get on that. We talk to Corey's guy.
Yeah.
Talk to Corey's guy. Got some good stuff. Good stuff.
Angel says no more Reds clothing, finally.
Let's see. Trainmaster 04 says those are nice, especially with the line of post-war FA locomotive.
They're comfy, too.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So everybody's liking on those. Conrail Modeler says I have 2 Santa Fe E8s in O scale and a Monon E8 and HO scale. Well, that's cool. We like
cool.
Monon around here these days. So, let's see. Matt's Trains in the house. Yeah. So James Trains wants us to actually light the rockets on that Texas Special.
Yeah, I don't know. We'd have to, like, set up a straight piece in the cul-de-sac and then put it on the flat car, maybe. Like a really cheap flat car. Maybe we could do that one of these days. I don't know how you feel about that, though.
Right. Conrail Modeler's wondering about those Transformers. Are those ZWs, George?
Oh, yeah. It comes from a great collection of ZWs that we have. We have ZWs coming out of our ears, don't we?
Right. We got a couple of ZW old post-war ZW Transformers in the house.
Yeah, we have and they're all over the place, man. You'll find them everywhere. I think there's a couple in my room, a couple in the living room. There's, I think, 3 or 4 under the layout, but, yeah. That,
Very good. Angel says you're going to have to grow into the short. We got, don't worry, it'll be probably like a week when George will fit into that short. Shirt. And then, hey! Ours Train says you guys are now sponsored by me.
Oh!
Sponsored racers.
Yeah, you didn't have to pay for the sponsorship this time.
Yes. Train Master says finally no more Reds t-shirt. Justin B, Denver Rio Grande SP says you guys have any Lionel Vision Line engines?
Yeah, we got one.
We got one. We got a CC2 over here. We've been running that from time to time. We'll have to get that out sometime soon. Stay tuned on the GFW Trains. GFW Trains live streams, and we'll get that running. Trainmaster 04 says, "What version of the Legacy is? What version is that? Legacy Polar Express is that?"
Yeah, that is the newest version. It's the 2nd gen Berkshire, but I'm pretty sure it's the newest version of Polar Express with the whistle steam and everything. pretty neat.
Cool. So Conrail Mobler 67890 says that he subbed. Well, thanks for the sub. I appreciate that. Let's support each other. I always say it's good. We got a lot of younger guys in this group, and we've got some older guys. We got to support each other. That's for sure. Definitely, definitely. Eric Lee's in the house. Eric Lee's in the house. Ours Train says you're welcome, guys. I had a lot of fun making those. Well, I appreciate you giving those to us. That's for sure. I'm going to whiz through some of these here.
This is all I'm going to wear at Train Fest. I hope you know that.
Of course. Dude.
That and those.
Of course.
Just have one for every day at Train Fest.
Let's see Nicholas Schnees in the house, George. Give him a... Says he's writing a book. Very good.
Dang.
And Tim's train was saying that he wanted to leave. He's tempted to leave that PFE train here. I don't think he'd ever got it back if he left it here.
Yeah, not gonna lie. I was loving on that thing.
Hey, Grandma Nita's in the house. Trainmaster 04 says, too bad there's no longer Monon F units being pulled by the 587.
Yeah.
Bill Cabernet says, Tim Trains, I hope you made it out to Prairie State Railroad Club too. Hope that I didn't know that. Hope you had a good time running around there.
Yeah, well, next time we're going to have to invite you out when Tim's out there, you know?
Nicholas Schnee says, I don't know if I am crazy, but I created a noose in a hanging. What? Oh, yes, you are crazy, Nicholas Schnee. All right, so I'm caught up here. Says, our strange grandma order. Okay, I'm super happy they liked them. So much fun waiting for them to unbox it. And I think it's just the best to share some joy. Good stuff. Well, speaking of sharing some joy, I can't wait.
Oh, yeah?
I can't wait, George, because I'm going to pull up one of my really cool young man I just met. And there are a lot of people that know him, a lot of people that know him. Sam's O-Gauge Trains. He's got a really neat YouTube channel and a podcast. Without any further ado, I'm going to give him a call. So why don't we roll the... I'm going to call him.
Let me turn off the train.
Not yet, not yet. We're all right. Let me see if I can pull him up. Everybody hang with us. We're calling up Sam. We can get him up here. Sam, doing great. Let me see if I can get you up on... George, why don't you shut off the train here now? If I get him up on our... Nope, that's the wrong one. There we go. Perfect. We're looking good. 5x5 here. Hopefully we got everybody with a good audio connection. Let me tune up the audio here for us. How you doing tonight, Sam?
I'm good. How about you?
Great, man. So excited to have you visiting over here at the GFW Trains channel.
Yeah, well, thanks for having me.
So, Sam, we've been talking about this whole young generation, next generation stuff, the guys like yourself and George. So, you've got a really, really cool YouTube channel. I love it. Tell me what got you into the YouTube. Well, actually, I'm sorry, Sam. Before I start on that, why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, so basically, I'm from Indiana. I'm also a swimmer, and so I pretty much started collecting trains right around my 7th grade year, model trains for that matter. Let's see. When I was young, I had Thomas Wooden Railway. That was very popular for me. I had a lot of layouts on the ground and stuff like that. And my mom's dad collected a lot of trains. He really knew what he was doing. Fortunately, he passed away before I really could get to know him, for that matter. So I remember my mom and my aunt and my uncle all split up his collection. And I remember seeing those boxes come in and go to the basement. And so I just wanted to get them out. And so I kept asking my parents, let me run these trains. Finally, they let me do them, let me run them. And so I've pretty much been hooked on that ever since.
Very cool, very cool. So real quick here, and I apologize, Sam. I had some people saying that they're having some trouble with the audio, and I've been...
Okay, hold on. It might be something on my end, too. Just one second.
And I'm asking people on the stream, how's the audio sound right now? Are we doing okay with Sam?
Yeah. It might be my end too.
I tell you what, Sam, it's kind of funny. Like I said, every time you think you got it all going down right.
I know, me too. I'm trying to get my lighting figured out.
All right, I think everyone's saying that it's a little bit better, but it could be raised. But I think that I'm doing the best that I can over here. I know that there's probably a way. All right, sounds good. I think that we're doing all right with the audio.
My lighting's still a little bit weird here. See if I can fix that.
Sam, we're never going to get picked up by NBC if we do it like this.
Hey. It's all right. Okay.
all right. So cool, man. Cool. I think that we're good now with the sound and with the lighting. You look good on my end, anyhow.
Okay.
So got into trains, like trains, and then YouTube kind of came on the scene, huh? Tell me a little bit about the trains and then the whole YouTube.
Yeah, so once I started collecting, I've always had like a very restricted budget, and so I kind of wanted to share my story, showing that it's still possible, even with a tight budget. It's still possible to create a wonderful layout with your own creative mind, your hard work, and your research, and everything that goes into it. And so I kind of wanted to display that on YouTube. So that's what I've been doing for the past year. I mostly did it for personal gain, to kind of see how I grew over the years, and to kind of share, showing that even with a restricted budget, it's still possible to create a layout. And lately, especially with MTH going out and stuff like that, I was just kind of about a year into the channel. I was kind of looking for something new, something fresh, something that the hobby hasn't really seen. So I was like, why don't I start a podcast? I'll start, kind of interviewing different people of the hobby, different influencers, and maybe that'll help bring people together, get to know new people, and share each other's stories and stuff like that. So far, it's gone really well.
Cool. Well, tell me a little bit about the podcast. So if somebody's looking to see your podcast or find your podcast, how would they go about getting on that?
Yeah, so it's on my YouTube channel. Did you guys link it in the description?
I did. I've got a link in the description below.
Okay. Yeah, so basically you can click on that link and it'll take you to my channel. I do have, I believe, I have 3 podcasts out right now. And basically I just interview a couple influencers in the hobby and we just talk trains. It's very interesting to hear everybody's story and where they came from and such stuff like that. My first ever episode actually was RJ and Corey. So we kind of talked trains and how we all got started, and showing other people that there's also young people out there. We're not just on a lone island. There's other people out there. So hopefully, it was very exciting to do that podcast and to share. I think it was very successful from the beginning. Because I got a comment on that very first podcast, and it was a middle-aged man, and he said, "I'm back into trains again," and you guys helped me inspired, and I started going online and doing research and how to put out and stuff like that. So it was very cool. Episode 2 was actually with Steven. To see his story, he'd been commenting on my channel, and he seemed to have a fantastic layout, and I really wanted to hear his story, so it was fascinating and stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure. And you do such a good job of interviewing people, right? Yeah. For sure. And I think it's really neat because guys like yourself, guys like George, some of the guys that we got on our stream from our generation, you guys are like unicorns. There are a lot of guys our age that like these trades, but man, we get excited when we start seeing some next gen guys come into this. So that's really neat on 2 perspectives or 2 angles for me. one perspective is to see somebody so excited about trains, and then two, to see somebody so excited about like trying to, one, document everybody's journey in the train hobby, and then two, to kind of coalesce everybody together.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, I appreciate it. I mean, it was really just going out there and trying something different. I feel like in society in general, it's hard for people to, really try something new and get out of their comfort zone per se. And I felt like, I mean, I would have never known what would have happened if I didn't try it. So I just went for it. I literally just DM'd Corey and RJ and I was like, hey, you guys want to be on a podcast? It's the first time I'm ever doing this. Would you guys be down? And they were like, yeah, sure. We just talked trains. Even after we recorded the podcast, we spent probably an hour to an hour and a half talking trains after that. So it's very cool also, personally for me, to hear everybody else's story and really get to know the person. It's not just making content.
Fantastic. So, you say that one of the things that you like best is sharing your story about being a frugal hobbyist.
Yeah.
Right? Somebody you're buying the trains on your own, and you're modeling on your own, and you don't necessarily have the support base of clubs or anything that you've been involved with, and that's kind of one of the things that you like to emphasize, right?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, really, I was kind of on my own, other than like hearing about my mom's dad's layout and stuff like that. It really was just mostly on my own. I mean, I did get some trains as gifts like anybody does. My parents helped pay for some stuff as well. But it was mostly on my own. I'm not a part of any train clubs. And it was basically just YouTube research and just going for it mainly. So I kind of wanted to show that that's possible.
Cool. So what do you like best about the hobby?
What do I like best about the hobby? That's a good question. Oh, man. Probably, as of right now, it's mainly collecting post-war items.
Dang, another post-war guy, George. Look at that.
Yeah. That's cool.
So, yeah, it's mainly, I'm going to actually go a little bit off script. I just recently purchased a Lionel 671 rerun edition of the post-war steam turbine, so that was very exciting. I just haven't had much luck with the newer engines. My very first engine I fully bought with my own money was the Lionel 3450 Santa Fe Hudson Line Chief. The smoke unit unfortunately burned out at about 6 months. I'm not sure if it's just my luck. It still runs great. I really like the smoke unit. So yeah, and then I was just like, let's go back to the old ones, because also with the older engines, they're really easy to clean and maintain, and even if you have a problem, they're fairly easy to fix.
They're bulletproof, man. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
But can we see the turbine?
Yeah. Let me take my phone off my stand here. I don't know if you can see that. It's pretty dark over here.
So that's cool. So like, I see you got like the tunnels in there, and then you got the mountain, or the town on top of the mountain. What gave you the inspiration for that?
Yeah, I guess I can talk about that a little bit as well. Can you see that any better?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so that's that right there. Let me turn the lights on too. That could probably help. Yeah, so you kind of wanted to know what the mountain was about. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah, so my family took a trip to South Dakota and the Black Hills, and it was beautiful, very breathtaking. And so before we left for vacation, this was just a sheet of plywood, and I was thinking about doing scenery and stuff like that, but I was too scared to really do it. And so I remember coming home from that trip, and I was like, I want to build a mountain that looked like my trip to South Dakota. So I remember even in the airport waiting for my plane ride home, I was looking at scenery tutorials and stuff. And I came home and I literally probably a day later, I just went for it. So.
That's cool. So what did you use for it? Like plaster Paris or what? How did you form the mountain?
So what I did is me and my dad cut up a 4x8 sheet of plywood. There's some, you can see where it's been built here, but we kind of cut up like a formation of it, I guess you could say. And then I just took a bunch of newspaper and I stacked it all the way up and then just paper mache from the top all the way down.
That's neat.
How long did it take?
It probably took at least 2 to 3 hours. The tunnel portals were hard to wrap around and stuff like that, but
got it done.
Yep.
That's neat.
Yeah.
And we got a good question from Corey, Ours Trains. He asked, if Sam can see this, if you had to choose any O-scale locomotive you wanted, no price limits or anything, what would it be?
That's a good question. I'm going to go, oh man, probably a post-war engine. I'm leaning towards probably the Santa Fe F units post-war.
Oh, those are cool.
Addition, passenger cars and everything.
Oh yeah, those are pretty nice. I like those a lot.
Yeah, I'm gonna put you back up on that.
Okay, yeah. Well, that's cool. That's cool.
Thank you. Yeah.
So it sounds like you're a diesel guy. I mean, what are you, a steam guy, diesel guy? You like them both?
I tend to buy like a steam engine than a diesel engine, but I do like steam engines the most.
Well, we're getting some comments. Everybody says that the Santa Fe is definitely worth it. The 2343 is a good engine. Well, somebody was looking at kind of as you were moving the camera around, caught a little bit of your collection down there. Is that a TC8 Bicentennial train you got?
Yeah, here I can show that as well to the viewers who are interested.
Yeah. So
here's kind of like my entire setup mainly.
Take us through that. Let's do that, Sam. Why don't you take us through your layout there? Show us your layout. Give us a tour, and then you can kind of give us a tour of your collection and how you've got it displayed.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I can start with that. Let me take my stuff down here. All right, you guys can still see, right?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So right here, I do have the gang car track with the post-war gang car on it.
Gotta love that gang car.
Oh yeah, it's a classic. In my YouTube channel, I started a historical mini-series where I kind of talk about various Lionel post-war pieces or anything that has a lot of history attached to it, and I kind of talk about that. And then I also got a trestle bridge for it, and it goes back and forth across the table.
And as you're talking about some of that stuff, where you got some of that stuff from your family before? Where do you get the other stuff, or where'd you get the other stuff for your layout?
Like the trains and the accessories and stuff.
Yeah.
So the track here, a lot of it was my grandfather's. But I ended up picking up these 036 tubular curves from Menards. So I'm basically just trying to use a lot of resources that I already had at home. And then whatever, that was on sale on a website that week or whatnot, I just kind of picked up. Just kind of kept an eye out on everything, if that makes sense.
Yep, sure does.
So I originally had Fast Track, but I just always had problems with it. And so I switched to the tubular track. So the outer loop is 036, the inner loop is 027. Over here we have like a little yard area with the plug-and-play icing station, a switch tower, and I got some cars back there and some barrels.
That's cool. So, what's the track plan of the layout? I see you have an outer loop and the inner loop.
Yeah, it's mainly just 2 loops of track. The outer loop does not have any switches, and the inner loop just has this one side.
That's cool. That's cool. What's your favorite accessory?
My favorite accessory, I only have mainly one, and it's this one right here. But if I probably had to choose, that's a tough one. I've always had fascination with the post-war milk car. That seems very interesting. I really wanted to pick it up, but I just don't have any room on this table. So I'll keep that in for the future, but yeah, that's probably my favorite one.
That's a neat accessory. Yeah.
Yeah.
So all right, moving down towards the tunnel portal there. I think that's what you call it, right?
So here's the side of the mountain. Kind of a cool thing with improvising with scenery. These are rocks from my driveway. I just pick up, threw down, so it looks like rocks have came down off the mountain, and then I just sprinkle a little bit of grass and mulch on there, and it turned out pretty well.
It did.
Good. Yeah, it did actually.
And then over here's my passenger station. I'm hoping to eventually actually make it look like a passenger station, but for now, it's just a platform, and the turbine is waiting for the all clear. So.
Right on.
That's cool. And,
yeah, so let's go ahead and we'll take you to the town here. So I have two Plasticville buildings, and so I always had trouble trying to find lighting solutions for them. And so what I did is I went on Amazon, and for like $15, I got 2 LED pucks. And so what I did is I put them inside here, and then I covered the windows, with wax paper, and so it kind of looks like frosted windows, and it adds a really nice effect.
Oh, it sure does. And this right here. This is the pro tip that Sam is going to give to all of us older guys. You're going to have to show everybody your remote control and then what's under the hood on those things. This is such a great idea, and it's not something that you think about. It's like something that somebody younger would probably think about. But until I saw it the other day, the light bulb literally went off in my head.
Yeah, so I literally just went on Amazon and looked up LED lights, and so I ended up finding some that were like remote controlled. So it has this little controller here. I can turn them on and off, turn them back on. And then I can also set them like to 50%, or I can go back to 100.
Isn't that cool?
And I can set a timer for them as well. And then literally all I had to do was literally just place them in there. They sit real nice, and it just brings the building a lot of life for some Plasticville building.
I love that.
That's neat.
Yep, so then we got some sidewalks right here. And then in the back here, I also did a video on these. These are the Menards O-scale lighted vehicles. They add, again, a lot of life to the layout and a lot of extra detail. And then as we move down, I got some street lamps. Got some people outside. In the back, there's some people playing Ultimate Frisbee, which is another thing that I do in my personal time. I am a fan of Ultimate Frisbee, so if you're down for a game, hit me up and I'll let you know.
Right on.
And then right here, this is probably my favorite spot to take pictures on the layout. Right here in the back is the Menards O-scale walk-in city block.
Hold on, I've got to let's see, just for a second.
Yeah, not a problem.
Let's see here. Nope, not wrong one. So people can catch the full oh yeah, that's not. Yeah. So yeah, that's really cool. I love that. That's such a. It's the winning shot right there.
Oh yeah, that's a.
Cool yeah, thank you. I made a video on this building and the O-scale cars if you're interested. But I mean, these buildings add a really nice effect. to your overall town. I put this in the middle just because it has LEDs and it just catches your eye just like that.
Yeah, it does. That is very true.
And as we move along, I do have a flagpole. And then over here, I kind of improvised. I took a piece of Lionel Fast Track, sent wires straight to power, and then put a caboose on it. So it's kind of like a little museum for the town.
Oh, check that out. That's neat. It's really cool.
We got a blinking sign, some trees, and then another building.
That's cool. That's cool.
So a combination of Menards and Plasticville, huh?
Pretty much, and some scenery and some figures I had lying around.
So one of the things that I kind of like about this whole thing is you've got a job that you work and you kind of save up, and this has all been a project that you've taken on yourself.
Yeah, mostly. I've had some help along the way, but mostly it was...
Very cool.
You guys wanted to see the shelf, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. Now,
Yeah.
so we got a tour of the layout there. Why don't you take us down and show us a tour of the collection?
Yeah, so up here, I actually reorganized this today. I was looking for a new I don't know how to say it, change of scenery, I guess. So down here at the bottom is the 1976 TCA Bicentennial Special, or 1975. It runs really well. The funny story about this, at my old train shop, they ended up closing, but this was, so the train shop was Trains Express. I'm not sure if anybody knows of that.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah, it was a warehouse just filled with trains, and this was on a table in the back covered in dust with a bunch of other rolling stock pieces and stuff like that. And so at first I wasn't too interested in it, but then my mom was like, you know, this is kind of a cool train, so I ended up picking it up and stuff like that. So that's kind of a background story on that. Over here, I don't think I've ever talked about this. This is the Calcon boxcar that was, I believe, people in the comments can correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know much about it at all. But I believe Lionel made a train set that was geared towards like dog food advertisement and such. I believe it was uncatalogued, and I ended up picking this boxcar up for $70.
Oh wow, that's
So,
cool.
it seems like a collectible or something. I'm not sure. According to my research, it did. I'm really interested to see what people say in the comments about it, if they know anything on it. But I have that. It's unrun. It's never been ran at all. There's no wear marks on the wheels and such.
That's really cool.
Down here on the second level, we have probably my favorite diesel, the Texas Special Alco units. I did a historical series on these as well. It was very interesting to learn the history on those.
Those look like they might be good racing trains.
Probably. And then down here is a very beautiful engine. This is the Lion Chief Plus Presidential Mikado.
Check that out.
Isn't that nice?
It runs beautifully. It has a really good whistle as well. And then on this shelf here, it's kind of hard to see. This was my first train set, the Hogwarts Express.
Very neat.
And then on the lowest shelf is my Pennsylvania GG1.
Hey, all right.
Oh yeah.
That's my favorite train right there.
Yeah, and then I have 3 Santa Fe passenger cars that I originally bought to go with my Hudson, but it's on the layout right now. So 2 MTH Rail King passenger cars and 1 Lionel MPC era Vista Dome passenger car.
That's really cool.
Yeah. We've got a lot of people commenting about how nice your trains and how your layout there, Sam. But one of the things that they are saying, and I'm a little bit They're saying that your Texas Special might be a little bit faster than mine because it's got those stripes on there. But
We'll have to race sometime.
I did notice that they didn't come equipped with rockets, which make my trains a little bit faster. I got those rockets on the top, so better look out for that.
I definitely will.
Cool. Well,
And then I have some other engines as well. I believe I have a New York Central GP7 or GP9. I can never remember. I always get them mixed up. That was my first diesel. I have a 040 Union Pacific switcher from a starter set. And then I have I believe it's a NPC era U36C chassis system engine.
Oh, yeah.
That was pretty cool. And then I have two versions of the 442 NPC era engines. One of them is the Pennsylvania paint scheme. It came with 3 passenger cars as well, which I actually am using to pull, or I'm actually using them behind the turbine right now. And then I have another one that's a C&O paint scheme, and I ended up buying that one off of eBay. And I learned how to clean the engine and take care of it and stuff like that. It was in rough shape, but I cleaned her up, and now I know how to generally take care of engines. And so that was a good learning experience. And then that's about it for that. And I just have some rolling stock as well. But yeah, that's about it.
That's neat.
So you got a lot of really cool stuff there. But one of the things that people are asking about, they want to see some stuff run. Sam, think you could give us a little bit of a run session?
Yeah, not a problem. I have the inner loop open for any suggestions. I saw Corey suggest either the Alco units or the Presidential Mikado, but you guys let me know what you see in the comments, and I'll go ahead and get set up and everything.
Well, that presidential one will be one that I'd like to see. So Corey's got to vote on that one, and I've got to vote. I want to hear that whistle on that one.
All right. Yeah, let me get set up real quick, and then we'll be rolling.
As you're doing that, if you can hear me, I've got a question from Matt's Train here that says, what's your favorite locomotive that you own?
The turbine, hands down.
The turbine. Nice.
No hesitation whatsoever.
So,
that's a classic.
Sam, are you looking to buy any particular passenger or any cars to go behind that turbine?
Well, actually, like I said before, I ended up buying a passenger set, an NPC era one, and it came with 3 Pennsylvania passenger cars, and that's what I pull behind it right now. But no, I gotta let my wallet recover a little bit.
Yeah. I think you know how that feels.
I do know how that feels. I think we all know how that feels.
Yep, so I'll go ahead and throw the Mikado on the layout first.
Great. I'm getting everybody's piping up now after you asked that, saying that's hands down the most requested one is that Mikado.
All right.
And as Sam is putting these trains on the layout, reaching out to everybody who's on the stream right now watching and learning about Sam and Sam's layout, any questions that you might have for Sam?
I'd be more than happy to answer your questions.
And that none of the questions can be if George needs a haircut.
Yeah. That's right. It looks a lot better with the hat on, okay, guys?
Oh, yeah, that's nice. That's nice.
We're talking.
So, Sam, as you're doing that, if you can hear me, one of the questions that came through is asking how did you come up with the design for your layout?
How did I come up with the design? Is that the answer?
Yes.
Mainly, I just kind of played around with track plans before I really got scenery and stuff set down.
So just kind of a trial and error thing.
Yeah, pretty much. I knew I wanted to have some action on the layout over here, but I also just wanted to be able to run trains, if that makes any sense.
Do you have any future plans of what you might want to do?
As of right now, I have the layout done how I saw it before I go to college. But hopefully, once I get a stable job and work in a place that I really love, I can start building a bigger layout.
That's nice, isn't it, George?
Very nice. Very nice.
She's coming around. I'll go ahead and turn the turbine on if anybody's interested.
Oh yeah, there's lots of interest in that turbine.
I got the Hudson sitting over here, waiting for its turn to go. As you watch it come around, watch the smoke unit on this.
Oh yeah, wow. That's a cool engine.
Yeah, it is.
I'll go ahead and turn the turbine on for y'all.
Sure.
Yeah. Hey, Sam?
Yeah,
Got a question. What's your favorite railroad?
my favorite railroad? Probably Santa Fe. I actually have a lot of Santa Fe stuff. I'm not sure why, but I just do.
Very cool.
Alright, any other requests?
So let's why don't you get those Alcos out? Let those things stretch their legs.
Not a problem. Not a problem.
George just wanted me to tell you that if the smoke unit on those Alcos are working, that it's not a good thing.
Okay.
Just like the other day when the smoke unit on that
Transformer.
that American Flyer transformer that we were using started working, it wasn't a good thing.
Yeah.
All right.
Brian says my Polar Express tender smokes really good.
So, and Sam, I got one other question that of course, Brian Burns is asking whether you like the M1 or the cab forward.
Oh my. As of right. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, or you can say you don't care.
I think the cab forward is very interesting, but I'm not very familiar with either engine. I will definitely have to.
So I'm gonna put that in the I don't care category.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Definitely.
So it's cool, Sam. You'll like this. There are people that are talking on the stream saying that they're running their trains right now. You know, listen to us in the background and doing stuff just like you like. There they go.
All post-war right. Mostly.
Love all that smoke. That's cool. So, Sam, can I talk you into taking that camera and doing like a zoom overview of the layout as the trains go around?
Yeah, not a problem. there's that. That's
Very-
my laptop.
Very cool, Sam. Very cool. So, I really like your angle that you have with your interest in the hobby. Tell me from your perspective. Oh,
Yeah, I just dropped my phone.
all right, good. I thought that you might have passed out or something from all that smoke.
I probably wouldn't be surprised if I did.
So I was saying, I like your perspective on a lot of things in the hobby,
Okay.
Sam. Where do you see the model train hobby going as it transitions from the guys that are your parents and your grandparents' generation to your generation?
I think overall it's positive. But I think, like, especially with the, the lockdown going on and everything and stuff like that, I think it's hard to go to those train clubs, and it's hard to, meet your friends that also have trained. And so we have this amazing technology to reach out to each other and, really talk trains, really meet people that we've never met before, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And then, so how do you see that happening? You shared with me a couple of really neat ideas about that. Like, so how do guys like you and George and the guys that are on the stream right now, how do you make that happen? How does the torch get passed and keep the fire lit?
Well, that's kind of one of the reasons why I started the podcast, was to really meet the people behind the YouTube channel, and to really I've recorded 4 episodes. I have one coming out this Friday, but I've already delved into Livestream. I've already delved into a little bit of garden scale and real trains. So I think just meeting everybody in that entire community might help us come together more often. Another idea that right now is just in my brain. I'm not sure how this would work exactly. I mean, it's hard to see what the future holds, but I would like to do a live podcast at like a train show or something. Have a couple guys sit down. It's kind of like, when you like go to like county fair and you have like the band playing, just kind of something like that. But it would be a podcast. People could come in and out, hear what we have to say, and I think it would be very cool to do that at like a train show or something.
Well, I've got one request. If you do that, can I be like a Sam's podcast roadie, like the guy that tests the microphones out? Civil
Yeah, not a problem.
with the lighting in the back to make sure that's all right. All right, cool.
Yep, not a problem.
No, I like that idea. That I kid, but that's really a neat idea.
Yeah, I mean, right now, I don't know how college is going to turn out, and stuff like that. But, I mean, it's just kind of what I've been thinking about. I mean, I'm only on the 4th episode of a virtual podcast, online, meeting with other people, not to go and directly record live with them right there sitting next to me. But hopefully I'll be able to get to that stage, and stuff like that. So.
No, that's really cool. I enjoy your passion and your inspiration for that. I think that's really neat, and I think I can speak for some of the guys that are in my age, my generation, that we really want to further the hobby, and sometimes we swing and miss in terms of how we do it, and it's fun to get input from you guys as to what you like and how that looks moving forward. So yeah, I think that's neat, and I really like your idea of the podcast. For everybody that's on the stream, those people that are just tuning in, this is Sam's Trains. You have to check out his YouTube channel. He's got the link down below. He puts up YouTube videos periodically, and then he's also started a weekly podcast every Friday. He puts out.
Yeah.
All right, so trying to put out every Friday a podcast, and tell us a little bit about your the podcast, how does that all? We spoke a little bit before about it. You're trying to get people on there and get that. So toy train people. You say you've got some toy train, or just anybody that's got an interest in trains.
Yeah, so pretty much. I named the podcast Model Train Talk because originally I was just gonna stick to mostly O scale. I would maybe dive into some other gauges and stuff like that, because I think that's interesting as well. And I do think a lot of the is with different scale modelers, and I think it might be a good way to, hear somebody else's story and, maybe you're inspired or something like that. But anyways, the main reason I really started the podcast is because I felt like something was just kind of lacking, I guess. I'm not sure how to exactly say it. Sort of like I don't know. But I kind of wanted to do something new, something fresh. And I really didn't know how it was going to turn out, and I just decided to go for it. Mainly, the goal of the podcast was to mainly get people's stories and record them, and be able to share our stories with each other and interact with each other, and really get to know the person behind like the YouTube channel, or the person behind the layout and stuff like that. And hopefully, my goal with also starting this is get to know other people, go to their channel and subscribe to them, and then maybe you guys start talking about trains, and then one day you get the opportunity to meet each other, someone you probably would have never known before.
So cool. I'm going to use that a little bit for my own advertisement here. So for those of you that are on the stream, and then for you too, Sam, if you haven't already, we've been trying to put it together, a Discord group to kind of coalesce all of the.
Yeah, I checked it out. It's kind of cool. Yeah.
Cool.
Get online any time of the day and
cool.
Talk to people. Yeah.
And for the people that are on the live stream here, we've got that Discord. We try and utilize that for people to carry on discussion of trains and thoughts and everything like that beyond just the videos here and the discussion on the videos. And I'd invite you to join it if you haven't already. It'd be really cool for you to do it. And I know that there are a lot of people that are on that Discord group that enjoy having you as part of the conversation.
Yeah, thank you.
You've got some neat ideas here. You got some neat ideas.
It's addictive. I think this morning I spent about 2 hours on it just talking to people. But yeah, it's pretty fun. It's for sure. I mean, it's similar. It's like the young people's OGR form. I'm just gonna put it that way.
But I never thought of it that way. Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah, but it's pretty cool. Have a lot of fun.
Well, listen, Sam. It's been so awesome sitting down with you and visiting and talking trains and everything like that.
Yeah.
I appreciate you taking the time and not only being a part of GFW Trains and our live stream here, but I appreciate your passion and zeal for the hobby and your desire to push it forward.
Thank you. Yeah. Again, thank you for having me on. Really appreciate it. I'm sure everybody enjoyed in the chat, talking trains tonight. That's really what it's all about at the end of the day. Just coming together and sharing our interests with each other.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's great.
My podcast that's coming out this Friday, it's very special. I think it's the reason why I'm sharing it. I believe personally it's a very inspirational podcast. And I really think it's a podcast that every model train person should hear. There's a lot of spoken wisdom in this next podcast with Max Railroad. So definitely, I just personally think it's beneficial for everybody to go listen to it. There's a lot of, like I said before, a lot of positive things that were said and a lot of things that I think that need to be heard. And some of it was stuff that I just couldn't put into words, and he was able to. And that's another reason why I do this is, I might have something like an idea that I want to say, but I just can't really find the words to say it, and someone else might say it a little bit differently, and it might click for somebody as well.
So, and there's a couple of people that are on the stream right now. I'm glad that you touched on that. There are a couple of people that are on the stream right now that weren't on the stream at the very beginning, and they're asking about those podcasts. So can you explain again about those podcasts that you're doing and where they can find them?
So the podcasts are on my YouTube channel. I do a bunch of different videos, but basically I just wanted to kind of interact with everybody I saw on YouTube and the people behind the layouts and stuff like that. And so I kind of wanted to record the stories of people, and I wanted to be able to share those with other people, maybe somebody who didn't know of that person, and maybe they find something inspirational in their words, or something that really gets them motivated to maybe get back into the hobby. And you guys can share and interact, and then hopefully, my end goal one day is, once this lockdown really lays low and everything, you can get to know somebody and maybe meet them one day or something like that, And so I just wanted to have an opportunity to interact with everybody, personally for me, to meet everybody, and then that way I can share those people's stories with others, and hopefully it just spreads positivity and stuff like that. So
Cool. Well, that's definitely an inspiring message and inspiring things. And make sure that you check out this Friday Sam's podcast with Max Railroad. It's sure to be a good one. So, thumbs up on that. And again, Sam, thanks for joining us. I appreciate that that you're with us. And again, your zeal for the hobby is unmatched. And I hope that when we get this whole coronavirus on the run, that we'll have the opportunity to meet. And run some trains together, right?
Yeah, that'll be definitely fun.
End goal really is just to get to know somebody that you might have not known before and run trains together. Share each other's stories and just keep it going.
Absolutely. And we'll get you plugged into that network down there in Indianapolis. You'll like those guys. If you like to run trains, there's some neat guys down there.
All right, great. Thank you very much.
All right. Well, hey, Sam, we'll check out with you then. And again, thanks for everything. And, all right. We'll see you around the roundhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me. Really appreciate it again. Great opportunity to interact with everybody. So
look forward to the 4th podcast. That's going to be cool.
Oh, thank you.
See you, Sam.
All right, Sam. Check it out.
All right, guys.
Well, folks, in today's video, we are going to be,
George's like, I don't know what to say. I'm caught off guard.
I'm so tired right now.
Poor George, he's been running every day. I think within the last 48 hours, George has run about 16 miles.
Yeah.
Look at that. What you got some sweet merch on?
Oz Twains.
I don't have mine on, but I got, notice which engine's featured on there. Not any of your engines.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see if we can get like
Bam!
We can see if we can get like a blue.
Well, maybe now you're sponsored, Racer.
Yeah, I got Oz Twains. That's
Sponsored Racer, dude.
It's my sponsors, Oz Twains.
Cool. Well, listen, everybody. I thank everybody for joining us tonight. This has been a really cool live stream here. I always like it when we get to reach out and meet everybody like that.
It's really fun.
So, we usually do our live streams on Sunday, and Georgia's got a baseball tournament on Sunday, and we're not 100% sure that we're going to make it back in time. So please check out the time for our live stream, but we're planning, hoping that we're going to have something on Sunday. And if not, we'll try and make sure the message gets out there. But Sunday is when we're planning on doing our next one. Might be a little bit later, but we'll throw something out there for sure. Trying to let everybody know when the next live stream is. So again, for all of you young guns here and all of you new people, make sure you check out that Discord below. And we've got to support each other. We've got all of these generations that are coming together. And Sam hit the nail on the head. We are at a time right now. This stay-at-home. This stay-at-home is kind of pushed us into the water where we're communicating to each other in ways that we've never had before, and it's neat. We've got in this time, we've got people that communicate with each other that don't normally communicate with each other, and it's really, really cool. And old people, my generation, my dad's generation, George's generation, I charge you to try and keep that going. Keep that moving forward. Let's keep this momentum going.
Yes, yeah.
So with that, I would like, I lost my train of thought too, George. I had like a really good build up, and then I lost it.
Dude, yeah.
Anyway, thanks everybody for coming here. Let's support each other. Discord down below. We've got Sparky 107's community library of videos down below. Check that one out. And we'll see you around the roundhouse, everybody.
Excuse me.
Hey, it's George's bedtime.
What? Anyways, yeah, so don't let this hit you on the way out.
There we go. Bam.
Bam.
Thanks, everybody. Hope you had a great time tonight. We sure did. Have a good one, and have a great night.
That was a fun stream.